This week I kept my meal prep simple and quick, done in under an hour because honestly I just wasn't in the mood to spend too much time cooking. But even with minimal effort, I managed to prep balanced and high protein meals for 4 days. Let's dive right in. I started by preheating my oven to 350 Fahrenheit since I was planning to cook 3 different proteins at the same time. For lunch salads, I used frozen cooked shrimp that I defrosted in fridge the night before and canned chickpeas. I put both of them in separate oven trays and started seasoning them. First, I sprayed oil over both of them. For both, I used black pepper, paprika, and some Frank's hot sauce. Plus, I added salt and a squeeze of lemon juice to the shrimp only, skipping the salt for chickpeas since canned chickpeas already have high enough sodium. I let them marinate for a few minutes while waiting for the oven to preheat. Next, I moved on to the egg white bites, one of my go-to breakfast options. They're high in protein, easy to grab on busy mornings, and super customizable. I lightly sprayed a muffin tray with oil, then used some leftover veggies from last week, bell peppers and onions. You can get creative here, use tomato, spinach, broccoli, zucchini, or even sweet corn are great additions. I divided the veggies into the muffin cups, seasoning them with salt and pepper before pouring in the egg whites. Season the veggies first because if you add seasoning over the eggs, it tends to float on the top rather than mixing evenly. Once the cups were nearly full, I gave each a quick stir. Just as I finished, the oven beeped. It was preheated. So in went the egg whites, shrimp and chickpeas. I set the timers 3 minutes for shrimp since they were pre-cooked, 10 minutes for chickpeas just so they get a light crisp, and 20 minutes for the egg whites. With breakfast and lunch in the oven, I started prepping dinner. I chopped 500 grams of chicken breast into 1-inch cubes and seasoned them with turmeric, red chili powder and salt. While the chicken sat in its marinade, I pureed half an onion with a 1-inch piece of ginger in my food processor. Over to the Instant Pot, I set it to saute mode and sprayed some oil. Then I added cumin and coriander seeds, letting them sizzle before stirring in ginger, garlic and green chili paste. After roasting the spices, I added the onion puree and let it cook until golden. Next, I pureed 4 Roma tomatoes and added them to the pot, seasoning them with turmeric, red chili powder, cumin powder, garam masala and salt. I let the tomatoes roast in those masalas for about 5 or so minutes and then added the chicken to the pot and stirred it all together. There's no need to add any water because the chicken releases enough liquid as it pressure cooks. To maximize efficiency, I cooked rice within the Instant Pot as well. I kept a stand and placed a heat-safe container with basmati rice in it and added some cumin seeds and a cinnamon stick, a dash of salt and equal portions of water and stirred it all gently. Then I closed the Instant Pot lid and set it to pressure cook for 6 minutes. By now the shrimp and chickpeas were done. I let them cool down while I prepped the salads directly in my meal prep containers. I started with mixed greens. I grabbed them on sale for $2 off, so you can call me thrifty. I added a store-bought salad mix for a variety along with some chopped red and yellow bell peppers. I kept some bell peppers aside for a side salad for dinner as well. I also stumbled across these pre-cooked beets from the grocery store, so I thought I'd give them a try. They were softer than I like, so I think next time I'll just cook fresh beets myself. Finally, I topped the salads with shrimp and chickpeas and gave them all a good stir. For the dressing, I mixed 2 tablespoons of Frank's hot sauce, 1 tablespoon each of maple syrup and lemon juice, and some ranch dressing blend. If you don't have the spice blend, you can use 1 teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder. I prefer a light drizzle of dressing on my salads, but feel free to double or triple the dressing based on your preference. With that, my lunch was prepped. By now the egg bites were done, so I took them out of the oven and left them to cool down, and the Instant Pot finished cooking as well. I opened the Instant Pot lid, took the rice out and fluffed the rice immediately with a fork. This step is important to prevent clumping, especially since I don't add any oil to my rice. For the chicken curry, I stirred in a cup of frozen spinach that I had defrosted in the microwave for a minute. Adding greens at the end keeps their nutrients intact and makes the dish more vibrant. Once everything cooled down, I packed it all up. For the egg bites, I placed them in an airtight container with a paper napkin underneath to absorb any extra moisture. When I reheat these in the air fryer, they'll taste just as good as fresh. For dinner, I packed equal portions of chicken curry and rice into 4 different containers. And with that, my meal prep was complete in under an hour. Balanced, delicious meals with minimal effort. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more meal prep tips and recipes.